Good morning, Beach and Birch class, and welcome to today's maths lesson. Today we're going to start off with our maths meeting. We've got 100 minus 63, 7 squared. Don't forget the small 2 above there means squared, and to calculate that we need to do 7 times 7. So we times 7 by itself twice. Then we've got 7,392 minus 2,180. Recommend using column subtraction for that. Then we've got 45.3 plus 21.6. Use your column addition for that. Remember to line up very carefully your decimal points and make sure your answer has a decimal point in it too. And finally, 365 times 4. Again, column multiplication would do that. 4 times 5, 4 times 60, and 4 times 300. Okay, if you pause the screen now, I'll pause for a moment too. Once you've calculated your answers, we'll check them in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your answer there, give them a quick tick off. And today's lesson. This week we're going to be looking at numbers up to 10 million. Today we're really focusing on reading and writing numbers to 10 million. So the first number we've got is written here. It's got 8,354,289. You'll see I've written that in words underneath. 8,354,289. It's quite a tricky, long number to read, so let's break that down a little bit. The first part is we've got our millions. In the second part, there's 3 digits there, and they represent our thousands, and we've got 354 thousands. And the last bit here represents our ones, and we've got 289 ones. I've also put them into a table for you to help to explain it. We've got the millions, hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands, thousands, hundreds, tens, and units. So we have a look again. We've got the millions, 8 million, followed by a comma. The millions here. Then we've got the set of thousands, 354 thousands, just here. You can see our set of thousands just here, and then underlined and circled in green, 289, 289. And if you have a look, that's in our ones part. So these commas are really helpful for splitting them up. We've got our ones, our thousands, and we go on to our millions. We're not going to go any higher than 10 million today though. So let's have a look at our first number. We've got our ones section here, we've got our thousands section here, and we've got our millions section here. And the easiest parts are the 7 million right here and the 804 right here. The trickier part is remembering this bit here represents our thousands part. We've got 312 thousands here. So put it all together, we've got our 7 million. Then we've got 312,804. Our place value grid, there would be 7,312,804. Don't forget that the 0 in the tens is representing that there aren't any tens there, but if we didn't put a 0 to show that, our number wouldn't look right. We wouldn't be able to read it properly. Our next example. Have a look, have a think. What do you think it might be? Think about what we've got in the millions, how many thousands we've got, and how many ones we've got. We've got 3,400,220. And it's really important when we look at our place value that we've got the zeros in place to show that there's nothing in that column, but it helps us to read it into place where the actual 4 goes. It doesn't go into the thousands and go into the tens of thousands. It's representing 4 hundreds of thousands. And this one's a little bit different. It's not as big, it's got a smaller value. It's got ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and tens of thousands, but it doesn't have hundreds of thousands and it doesn't have millions. We're writing numbers to 10 million. So they're all going to be smaller than 10 million. So if we have a look, we've only got 17,000 here, 672. So we've got 17,000 after the comma here, 672 in our ones part. We look at our place value chart. Got 1 tens of thousands, 7 thousands, 6 hundreds, 7 tens, and 2 units. Okay, this one's got a few zeros in it, so have a look carefully. Got our millions, our thousands, and our hundreds here. 6,503,200. It doesn't matter that we haven't got any tens and ones. We can still read it plainly as 200. It doesn't matter that we haven't got any tens of thousands. We can still read it as 503,000. If we look in our place value grid, we've got our 6 millions, 503,000 and 200s. Okay, this is your turn. For this, you need to copy this table out. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 columns. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows. You need to write in your millions, hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds, tens and units. You need to write in the number that you're going to represent just on the side there. Once you've done that, once you've copied the table, we're going to be filling in the gaps. The first one's been done for you. There's 816,958, 8 hundreds of thousands, 1 tens of thousands, 6 thousands, 9 hundreds, 5 tens, and 8 units. So you need to do the same for all of the rest of them. Some of them do have millions, but not all of them have millions. Don't be fooled by that. And once you've done that, once you've copied the table, filled in the gaps, then write the number in words underneath. So this first one here, 816,958, written in words here, 816,958. There's going to be lots of spellings to do today. So I've written them out for you. First, just our ones digits, our teens, our multiples of 10, then 100, 1,000, million. If I flick back, it's going to remind you of one other thing that might help a little bit. So if we've got 6 million, we put our comma there. After the 6 million, put a comma. It might help you to write them. We write our thousands. Afterwards there's a comma. So if you write your thousands, then afterwards put a comma. And finally you can write how many ones there are, 200 in this case. Let's flick forwards again. So your task today is to copy out this table, fill in the missing parts, and finally to write them in words. Good luck, and I hope to see you on Class Dojo shortly.